Kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day and you're doing well. Yesterday, Dead by Daylight did an official reveal stream for Chucky, who is now in the game along with Tiffany. I'll have a full comprehensive guide on tomorrow's video, but at the end of this live stream, they showed us a roadmap for the upcoming live updates that are going to be taking place, and it is quite juicy. So let's go ahead and jump on into everything and break down all of the information they gave to us. Starting off from January to March, we're going to be getting a quality of life update and gameplay enhancements with the FOV slider and a solution for 3genning. This is unbelievable. First of all, we've been asking for a FOV slider since the beginning of time for Dead by Daylight, and it's been confirmed for quite a while that it was going to come out, and we're officially going to see that taking place in January to March. This is awesome. Keep in mind that perks like Shadowborn, Monitor and Abuse, and anything else that affects FOV will also have to get an adjustment, so we'll see that probably in the future, which is really exciting to think about overall. I also want to emphasize that they're going to create a solution for 3genning. Now, I know some killers might get mad at this, killer mains especially, more so especially if your killer is really good at 3genning, such as Skull Merchant or Knight, etc. I guess not so much Skull Merchant anymore, but you get the gist of it. Now, 3genning is a pretty big problem in Dead by Daylight as is. It can lead to a lot of stalemate games where the killer eventually just edges it out, and those games can be quite long and annoying. Even yesterday, I had a 3gen game that took forever. 3genning in itself is just a huge issue. And I can sit here talking about it for 30 minutes to an hour, but thankfully, they're coming up with a solution. Now, I don't think the solution is going to be as black and white as just separating generators, because no matter what you do, you're still going to kind of have a 3gen, even if they separate these generators to the max. So I personally think that if a killer circles a certain amount of gens or something along the lines of that, maybe other generators get a boost on progress. It's going to be something that's more gameplay interactive, I truly feel, because I still see 3genning itself being an issue where 3gens are really close to each other, so they're going to have to come up with multiple different solutions, and I think one of those is going to be either giving a temporary boost to a generator when there's 3 generators left, or the more people that are dead, maybe survivors work on gens faster. I just hope it won't be too game-breaking or strong, because that can definitely make things a little bit more unbalanced. There has been a lot of debates about this though. I've seen a lot of people argue that survivors should be more mindful of what generators they're working on, where other people are like, well, if the killer just picks 3 gens at the beginning and they just guard those, there really isn't much that survivors can do regardless. Nonetheless, I think this is going to be a healthy update for the game, and while there might be a big fire on it right now, in due time people are honestly going to forget, and it's just going to become another staple of Dead by Daylight, so looking forward to whatever solution they have in mind. Also featured in this January to March update, we're getting some killer updates to the Onryo, Hillbilly, and the Blight add-ons. This is quite exciting. Onryo definitely needs some touch-up since the last initial changes they've created. Definitely some implications there, so hopefully we can now be satisfied with it. The Hillbilly, the add-ons since they changed them has just been absolute trash. The overheat mechanic was just unnecessary, so I'm hoping they kind of go back to the roots of Hillbilly and make them really powerful again. I miss those old school killers that were just really good, and you needed to be good to counteract them. A lot of people don't play Hillbilly anymore, which is so sad because Hillbilly used to be at the top of the food chain, so hopefully Hillbilly will be good. And finally, the Blight is going to be getting some add-on changes. In our previous video, I kind of talked about how the Blight never necessarily received changes and has been needing changes to his add-ons for quite a while if Dead by Daylight is going down this competitive route, so hopefully this is the first step in that direction. Finally, there will also be some perk updates to Save the Best for Last, Grim Embrace, Quick Gambit, Shadowborn, and Monitor and Abuse. Obviously, Shadowborn and Monitor and Abuse are for the FOV slider. Save the Best for Last, I know killer mains, including myself, will be a little disappointed in that because I love Save the Best for Last, and I know people say these are the brain rot players. That's like the ongoing meme, but it will be sad to see the perk go away. We'll have to see what they're going to do. Grim Embrace and Quick Gambit, I think, are just more so perks that they want to buff up and make a little bit better. Now, let's head on over to March to April. There's going to be an update to some statuses. First of all, Mangled is going to be getting a change. That's quite huge again. Getting a big change to something that's been a staple in Dead by Daylight for quite a while now is going to be pretty telling, and balancing wise, this is really going to shake things up. So I'm curious to see what the new Mangled is going to do. Personally, I think it's going to be more of a timed effect kind of deal. As it stands right now, Mangled essentially makes it so that it takes longer for you to be healed. I feel like this is going to be something that builds up over time now, so it'll start off quite small. If you get hit the first time with an add-on or a weapon that has Mangled, or whatever the case may be, perk, not weapon, maybe it starts off at 10%, and every time you continue to hit somebody, it goes higher and higher and higher. I feel like that's a good way to balance it out. Killer tweaks are also going to be happening to the Hag, Pig, Huntress, Demogorgon, Clown, and Doctor, so these are all killers we can expect some small tweaks. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do with this. All these killers can definitely use some improvements. I feel like a lot of these killers are just kind of in the mid to low tier, so it'll be quite good to see what improvements they're going to make to these characters, and I'm looking forward to what's to come. Finally, there's going to be a perk update to Sloppy Butcher, so again, really tackling that mangled / hemorrhage kind of thing. I honestly feel that this also might have to do with the new killer that's coming out. Whoever the new killer is going to be might have some statuses that work with Mangled or Sloppy Butcher. Maybe they affect healing in a certain type of way, so that's why they're really zeroing in on Mangled and Sloppy Butcher. So we'll have to wait and see. Finally, in April to June, we're going to be getting some quality of life and gameplay updates. The Blood Web is going to be improved. One of the things in the Blood Web is now once you prestige once on any character, you'll automatically be able to just hit the middle button and fully level up. There should have been no reason that this wasn't here. I understand the justification for it, as if you're a new player, they don't want you to just hit the middle button and skip through everything, but if you prestige once, you should already have the gist of what's going on, so that improvement's going to be quite nice. There's also going to be some more updates, so we'll have to wait for that. There's also going to be some perk updates. Ultimate Weapon and Decisive Strike are going to be getting some changes. D-Strike has been in a dire need for some changes, and I'm a killer main, so I'm really happy to see what they're going to do with this. Ultimate Weapon, it recently came out with Aliens, so it's quite interesting that they're already looking at this one. And finally, a killer update is going to be for the twins. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do with the twins. Keep in mind that in January to March, we're also getting a killer update for Onryo, Hillbilly, and the Blight add-ons. So if this is at the same scale, it means that Onryo, Hillbilly, Twins, and the Blight add-ons are all pretty much going to be getting an overhaul. We have been teased about this Twins update for a very, very long time, and I'm really excited to see exactly what's going to happen to the Twins. There's tons of different changes that they can make, and I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do, because Twins are one of the least picked killers in the game, and they're so unique and interesting, and I really want to see what they're going to do with them. Again, we've been talking about this Twins rework for such a long time, so I am super duper curious. That pretty much wraps up all of the upcoming live updates that's going to be happening from now all the way to June, so we have a beautiful roadmap of what's to come. Not to mention, we're also going to be getting some more collaborations. We know there's a new Survivor coming out very soon. We know the winter event is coming out very soon, which we also got bits and pieces of information. I'll show you guys the advent calendar that's on screen right now, as well as some leak stuff that are going to include player portraits and player banners that you can get. One of them is going to be Dwelf, which is awesome. I love Dwelf. And we also have a Nicolas Cage skin that's going to be coming out. Glad they're working with Nicolas Cage yet again for some more awesome cosmetics. So yeah, I digress. New Survivor coming out, new winter event coming out, and now we have the roadmap of everything else that is coming on the horizon. It is really, really awesome. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this update video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe for some more awesome Dead by Daylight content. Mini announcement, this December, we're going to be uploading every single day leading up to Christmas, and we're also going to try our best to stream every single day. I might make an exception on Sundays, but I'm really putting my best foot forward, as I mentioned in my couple of other videos, so please come on out to the streams and make sure you're subscribed as well. And hey, I'm addicted to Apex, so if you guys want to carry me to Apex Masters, join my Discord. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe for some more awesome content, and as always, I'm the King. I tip my crown to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.